coaching session with Carlo about to start now. Hello, hello, hello.
Hey, hello.
How's it going?
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. Yeah. So, how was your day so far? What have you done before?
I'm currently working on a project. I'm pretty
Yeah,
happy for the results. I think I'm improving a lot lately.
nice. Just one thing for the viewers. Where exactly are you coming from? Can you explain
I'm
a little
from
bit?
Italy, in the city of Faenza, in the middle of Italy.
Faenza. First of all, nice to have you here. Welcome to Tennis Season. Coaching sessions starting right now. And I think we should maybe show the people, the viewers, what the project is actually about. So maybe you could share your screen.
Mhm.
I think it's not coming through the stereo output. It sounds.
Oh, okay. Maybe it was mono checked. I'm sorry.
Ah,
Now is it better?
ah,
Okay, okay.
here we go. Perfect. Stereo 2021. This is so cool. Yeah, I would say just play the project from the beginning to the end. Let's go. Let's go.
I'm losing control, 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 control. I'm losing control, 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 control. I'm losing control. Feel like a smooth operator moves. You make me losing control, losing control. Feel like a smooth operator moves. You make me losing control. I'm losing control. Feel like a smooth operator moves. You make me losing control, losing control. Feel like a smooth operator moves. You make me losing control. I'm losing control. Control, control, control. I'm losing control. Control, control, control. You make me losing control. I'm losing control. Control, control, control.
Cool, really cool. Tech house with a vocal, right? That's what I would call it. And I think it's a great idea. It's a lot of stuff there already. And the vocal is, I don't remember.
It's from Splice. I took from Splice.
Yeah, so we have to change that. We can either find someone just to re-sing it or alter it or create a totally new vocal. So
Okay, okay.
I'm totally up for doing this. I want to help you with that, and then we can think about options what we have just to make sure we have an original vocal, because then we have it's yours, it's no one else has it, and we can think about the structure of the vocal, because this is not just a very short one and she's repeating herself all the time. I mean, losing control is a good kind of like phrase.
Yeah, it's a bit repetitive. I know, I know.
Yeah, but maybe we can do like a little bit more, and it's kind of like this spoken thing, which is
Okay.
cool. It fits the track. I remember when I did my track Ain't Seen Before, which has also this girl. She's talking all the time on top of the track. And I had it had kind of like a similar vibe to that track. This is just my first thoughts when I were my first thoughts when I heard the track for the first time, and now again. But what's your thought? What's your idea behind the track, and what's your goal? Where do you want to go it, and what do you go with it, and what do you think is your greatest challenge with the track?
Firstly, when I started creating this track, it was like I want to make some club music, but it is now not at all that. It's maybe more like, as you say, the tech house track with it's this particular sound is I think it's super interesting. I heard something like that in a track is like from Byron, I think, and this particular sound here is this one that makes like everything boom at the start, at the beginning of the beat.
Yeah, it's very Fisher sound as well. Yeah.
Of course, it's just idea. It's not anything finished.
I like it, and it adds some spice to the track, and of course it gives it a lot of energy, so we should definitely work on that and keep that kind of like idea in the track, and drives the track, you know. I have some ideas about this sound, how we can make it bigger or fatter or whatever. We can go into details later.
It's like an adventure,
Oh, yeah.
if we can call it that.
I see it totally going that tech house direction, like commercial tech house stuff with a vocal. And I think what this track needs most is a structure and arrangement. First of all, to see the flow of the energy is right, you know. And then we need a vocal, or to work on the vocal. And I can start reaching out to people in the next couple of days and see what options we have, if we need a budget or not. First steps would be, let's work on the arrangement.
Okay.
To see what elements we have, if there's anything missing. For example, I'm missing the big breakdown, the big second breakdown, especially with the tech house tracks. Normally it's laid out like intro, then you have kind of like a little bit of a build up or breakdown, not a commercial breakdown. It's more like, and you build up into like the drop, and then you go back to another part where it all builds up again into like a huge build up, and then the people are like, you know, like getting crazy. Yeah, let's do it. And then you give them what they want, you know, with the drop, big impact. And so this is how I would normally lay out a track like that, because especially if it's tech house and if it's not like a real song, you have to keep the interest of the listener throughout the song.
Yes.
So we have to make it interesting by like building highs and lows and creating kind of a flow. And I was thinking of maybe we take a reference track, and this is also some work or task for you.
I already have one. It's Love the Way You Get.
They have a similar vocal, they have a similar structure, but you can hear that they have a drop, like where it's this like big sound, and then there's kind of like the question and the answers, you know, like it's a play between those two, and we should try to create something like that to make the drop more drop-like, and so it's more interesting. Should be a goal, that we create something which like keeps the interest. And then for the vocal, for example, when you start the vocal at bar 21, I would not start for this vocal with the full vocal as she's singing it. I would maybe start like focus more on the beat and just tease the vocal for 8 bars and then go in with the whole vocal. So because we have 2.5 or 3 minutes time, so we can build it up throughout the song. So we don't start the drop with the full vocal, but rather a chopped version, or maybe just like a tease of it. And then you already have something which is evolving throughout the track. And as I said, second breakdown, second build up, you know, where you stop the drums or just leave the hi-hat running, and then you have the vocal coming out from somewhere, from like far away or from a filter, and then go up and go really crazy. I would love to see that going crazy, you know, like the build up like fat, and then boom, and so you really wait for the drop. And another comment from my side for the bass, you have it side chained in the intro.
Yes.
I would for the intro, when the beat is not running in full, I would take out the side chain. So either you automate it or you create doubles of the copies of the tracks, and put the bass in without the side chain. It kind of like has more this tech house appeal, you know.
Let me try.
Yeah.
I'm losing.
It's a sample, right? The bass line.
No, actually, I made. I exported the original one, and then I created this, and this is like an overlayer where I cut the lows and I took only for the harmony, for the harmonics, but it's like just a try. I don't know if it sounds really good or not.
Yeah, we can work on the sound. There's not.
Yes,
This
yes.
is just a small thing. Bass.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah.
You mean this line, right?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
And what you also could do for the intro already is like having this a filtered kick, like one of these tech house kicks, and to hi-hats and claps, to just doing the loop thing, and
Yeah. So I just.
yeah, exactly. And in the build-up,
Okay,
you can
okay.
either try to filter it away or stop it, or maybe keep it running. Sometimes you keep in tech house, you keep
Yes.
the hi-hats just running, or they fade out until shortly before drop.
So take the claps and hi-hats. And
So now Carlo is working on the intro of the track. He's putting together all the sounds he needs, and he tries to arrange them in a timeline. And this is how you actually build a track. Over the time, you arrange the elements, which we call the tracks or the instruments, and then you put them all together. And normally you start with an intro, and this is kind of like a stripped down version of the full song or only some elements of that. And that's what Carlo is doing right now. He's just selecting stuff which he puts in front of the rest, means in the beginning of the track time-wise, and then we will see how it works.
So we can do like the drums keep playing on the build-up, and then they fade out with this filter.
Yeah, we can try how it works, how we feel about it.
So I usually like using the low filter.
Yeah.
But it only cuts the high frequencies.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
sometimes I use on the intros I use a normal EQ that cuts like before the 100 hertz.
Yeah, that works as well.
And it makes this is sounding really bad actually. Something like maybe something like this.
Yeah, it's getting there. Yeah.
I automate this. And I don't know. You think it's better cutting the heights or the lows, starting from there?
I would start with no lows for the intro. I would even cut the lows from the bass. Of the bass, and the full bass only comes in for the drop. But before that, you only have you get an idea of the bass. You get a the high frequency of the bass, and for the drums, I would leave the high frequencies open.
Okay.
And maybe cut them in the second half of the build-up, so that they disappear.
Okay.
So it's trial and error.
Okay. Drums here, and I automate this one. So it it's not bad.
Yeah.
And the kick. And then I cut the lows in the intro of the bass.
Yeah. Let's just have a listen, yeah.
So I take another EQ. I automate this. Put here, and yes, this should work, I think.
Yep. Let's check it out.
I'm losing control. I'm losing control.
And then here, I'm sorry because I cut a lot.
And one thing, maybe And from bar 17 onwards, play the bass, only loop one bar of the bass. Don't play the full melody. It's just like doom, 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 doom. Instead of the.
So you mean starting from here and all the loop, or just from 17?
I'm not sure. This is just, we have to try it out. I'm not sure
Yeah, let's
if it
try.
makes.
Let's try from 17, then we can replace.
Yeah.
We are looping this section.
Doom, doom, doom.
This. And this.
Yeah.
I'm losing control. I'm losing control. It's like a smooth.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, it's getting there.
Of course, we have to change the drums. I don't like the hi-hats. Don't know what you think.
I thought we should use other hi-hats, but we can do that maybe later stage or next time. Also, one thing, maybe we can use a reverb for the vocal, and the vocal goes more and more into the reverb tail, you know, like more and more wet, and then stop it before just the snare roll, the drop roll comes in.
So the vocal here. So as you can see, I use a template for every project. I made this template because it's actually super cool.
Yeah, I mean, as long as it works, it's perfect. It saves you a lot of time. Yeah. Cool.
Yes.
And then just automate it. You know what I mean? And then.
Yes. So we can do something like. So starting dry and then going wet, or the.
I would say that, yeah.
Wet and dry. Starting dry and go. Okay.
You go wet until kind of that, and then but then it's going to be dry from the.
Okay.
The drop, and maybe one beat before the drop, it goes totally dry. You know that it stops. Like.
I'm losing control. I'm losing control. I'm losing control.
Yeah, it could be even more, right? Like more reverb, more effect.
More reverb. Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
So that's really that you really can hear it, you know, and this is when all the other drums fade out, the reverb of the vocal takes over the main part, you know, and creates the tension.
So maybe. Yeah, it sounds cool.
Something like that.
Cool. Maybe we can do this with the endless mile. That brings up the entire build.
Of course, yeah, sure. It's the easiest way.
I already have it here. This can be less. Yeah.
It's getting there. Cool. And
not bad. It's not bad.
What about using a low cut or high pass filter for the drums in addition to that, and with a resonance, so you can, you know what I mean? Yeah.
So you mean leaving the resonance or cutting the resonance? I didn't get.
No, you use a filter with resonance. You don't have to touch the resonance. It's you automate the filter cut off, but the filter has a little bit of resonance, so it makes this like sweep sound.
Oh, okay,
With the drums.
So maybe bringing up this.
Do we have what about the love filter, the Fruity Love filter?
But this cuts only the highs.
Yeah, but can't you switch it?
I don't know. Every time I use this, I only use this knob.
Low cut.
We can leave the resonance, maybe this resonance.
Let me see. There must be an option, I'm sure.
Yes, now I'm muting all the drums.
maybe
Yeah, we don't use this plugin. Maybe
is it the volcano? The fab filter volcano?
Volcano.
Or
Oh, this one.
yeah, this we could use this one. You see the two yellow knobs on the right hand side, and there's fab
Yes.
filter 1, and there's an LP and LP 12.
Oh, here. Okay.
Yeah, you need
High
HP.
pass. Okay.
High pass, and then you
And
only
this,
need.
we can delete this, or
Yeah, you can delete it. You only need one. I think it's
No.
if you just cross. Yeah, it's okay. And then you need this one, and yes, and you need the peak. Peak is the resonance. You crank that up a little bit to maybe 50%, and let's see how it sounds. And then
Okay.
you automate the frequency. Yeah.
So I automate this, starting from 0.
Yeah. So you can't hear it in the beginning.
Create automation script. And where? Okay. So this is automating filter, and we can do this.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit more.
Yeah.
Or we can add some sweeps and some white noise also.
Sure.
I remember I have one. No, not here. On my FX, and this cashmere white noise is always good.
Cashmere is always good, right?
Drum, 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 drum. I'm losing control. Yeah, like
Yeah.
The river is like okay. This should be good, better than before.
Let's see.
The last I had. Okay.
Okay. So, what do you think about the build-up and the intro and stuff?
Build-up sounds better. Sounds more like you hear that you're going into a drop. You want me to look for some drums, some better drums, or just okay? I can work on the production too.
Yeah, I would suggest
You
that
want.
you just keep working on it, whatever you
Okay,
think.
okay.
Don't only do what I suggest, do what you think, is good for the project.
Okay.
And if you want to work on the drums, let's do this, and let's talk about the drums next week, and maybe work on the arrangement and the drums and whatever you want to work else. And then I would say we take it from there next week. And that's pretty much
Okay.
it for this week. Stay healthy, man. Be productive, and yeah, let's speak in the next couple of days.
Yes. See
Okay.
you later.
Hey, see you. Bye.
Bye bye.
Ciao.
Bye bye.
Yes, that's it. Carlo from Italy working on his tech house banger. It's cool stuff. And vocal-wise, is different from the progressive house stuff, because if you look for progressive house vocals, you almost look for whole songs, like an intro and or a verse and a refrain or a chorus and a pre-chorus. But here we're looking for something cool, maybe a spoken vocal, maybe something a little bit sung, but more like tech house style. So that's going to be interesting.